Hello, how's it going? My name is Oliver. Today I'm making a short video. I'm gonna try to be straight to the point, not waste anyone's time. As you guys know, I like to keep my things short and sweet. Today I want to talk about the vicious cycle of failure that I've noticed recently. All right, so if you guys don't know, I do have a program where I teach people how to start their own agency, which means that I work with lots of beginners, right? People who are just starting out, people who have no experience in entrepreneurship, into starting an agency, whether it be a marketing agency or any type of agency. This is like a very, very common mistake that I see most like newbies making, and it's the reason why you guys aren't succeeding with the agency. All right, so today I'm going to give you a quick rundown of what I see, like the mistakes that I see people doing when they're starting their own agency, and how to correct it so that you won't fail with your own agency. So it all starts with the idea, obviously, to wanting to start an agency. As I mentioned earlier, it can be any type of agency, so it's not just marketing agencies, but you want to start your own agency. So what's the next natural step? You want to do research. You want to find out how exactly do I start a marketing agency. So most people, I'd say on average, watch about 50 videos, right? Maybe not in the one shot, one go, but over the course of a couple of weeks, they probably watch about 50 YouTube videos on the whole subject of how to start a marketing agency, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but don't get too caught up in watching YouTube videos, all right? You just need a couple just to get you started. And from there, you have to actually put in the work, not watch videos. The next thing that I see people doing is that after they did their research, they're like, all right, I'm ready. I want to do marketing agencies. I want to work with dentists, whatever. I'm going to use that as an example. Well, before actually concluding they use dentists, they start doing a bunch of research on the different niches. All right, so they look at dentists, real estate, lawyers, your classic niches, and they spend so much time on this. This is like a very big mistake that I see many people doing. The amount of messages I get, Oliver, I want to do this niche. Is it good? Oliver, I want to do this. Is it good? Oliver, like, I'm going to be frank with you guys. Pretty much every niche can work. Some niches are going to be a lot easier. If you work with the restaurants, like, yeah, this is going to be very difficult and it's something I wouldn't advise doing. But if it's somewhat high ticket and in demand, like, you're good to go. Every niche can be successful. All right, like, you go on YouTube and there's going to be a successful case study for each and every niche that you're researching right now. So don't spend too much time trying to find the perfect niche. There's no such thing as a perfect niche. Every niche has its downfalls, but also its upsides. All right, so maybe one is very high ticket, so you only need to get them one client per month for them to make lots of money. But that one client might be super difficult to get. Whereas when you work with another niche, maybe it's a lot easier to get them 10, 15 clients. But for them to be profitable, you have to get them 10 to 15 clients rather than one. All right, so they have their pluses, their minus. You pick a niche and you just stick with it. All right, I don't want you guys jumping from one thing to the other. That's like, I don't know why everyone does that. You pick one niche, you stick with it. Afterwards, after doing a bunch of research and, concluding that they're going to work with dentists or whatever, like everyone does, they create their website, their logo, their socials around that niche. All right. It's super funny. People who message me who are complete beginners. Oliver, I am just starting out in SMMA. I want to target this niche. Can you help me? I look at their profiles for fun. I see they have a really nice logo, really nice website. Their socials are filled up with like these, I don't know what they're called, but like, these information posts, like they kind of give quick tips and stuff like it looks very nice. It's funny. All of the people who message me needing help, they all have that. Whereas I have no website, no socials, nothing for my business, for my agency. Now, obviously, I don't recommend the exactly copy as I do. I do things a bit differently, but your priority number one when you start a new business isn't to create the website, the logo, and your Instagram page. All right? It's not to buy fake followers so you can appear like you're successful with your agency and having a couple of posts that you're going to be, swimming in money and people are going to be flocking to your business. That's not how it works. All right, so don't fall into this mistake. You don't need the socials. The only thing I'd say, maybe like a logo, you can make it super quickly on Canva. and maybe a website. All right, use Wix, make a basic website. Do not spend more than a day on this. If you spend weeks and weeks, it is not good. It is completely useless. And the website is only going to be useful for, if someone asks you like, do you have a website where I can read a bit more about your business? Then you can give it to them. Otherwise, it's not going to be that helpful. So once they've done this, many new people decide to offer a free trial when they're starting out. Why? Because they don't have the experience and they feel like it will be easier to get a client if they do a free trial. This is a big mistake. Doing free trials basically screams that you're a beginner, you have no experience, and you don't have the confidence in what you're delivering to be able to charge people. Because if you were confident, if you're running marketing services and you made this company, like let's say you're confident that you can make a company an extra $100,000 per month. Would you honestly do a free trial if you knew you were able to do it? No. The obvious answer is like, look, I'm making you 100,000. You have to pay me something. Whereas if you do a free trial, in my head at least, like as a business owner, if someone comes to me and they're like, I'll do your content creation for free, I'm like, why? Why do you want to do it for free? Well, I'm just starting out, I'm learning. Okay, that's cool, but I would rather pay someone who knows what they're doing to do my socials. If someone's going to do my socials, I want it to be perfect. I want to have someone who knows what they're talking about. So by offering a free trial, you automatically make yourself appear like you have no idea what you're doing and you're just kind of trying to figure out things. Okay, if the like I understand you're new and you want to learn, but most of you guys will hire a media buyer. That media buyer is not new. He knows what he's doing. If you hired a good one, he's very capable of delivering on what you're going to be promising to your client. So there's no reason for you guys to offer a free trial if the service in itself is going to be completely, like it's not going to be different. What's going to change from offering a free trial and charging them $2,000 per month if you're using the same media buyer who's very competent? Nothing. Nothing's going to change. All right? So don't do free trials. They're not good. And speaking not from personal experience, but from people in the program, I know there's this one guy who, he didn't listen to me, did the free trial, got the client in ads, made him like an extra 20,000, something like that in 2-3 weeks. And now he told the client, he's like, look, I made you this amount of money. I want to start charging you $2,000. What do you think he said? He's like, well, you did it for free. I'm not going to pay you $2,000 now. And that guy did not convert into a paying client. So he basically just wasted his time. And the client kind of got some free service from someone. All right. So don't do free trials. Afterwards, once they decide you want to do a free trial, next step, let's hire a media buyer. Let's do a bunch of job postings. Let's interview a bunch of people. Let's waste everyone's time. I don't know why people do this. This is by far the stupidest thing in the world. Why hire a media buyer if you haven't even done your outreach, don't even know if you can sell your service, can't even get a meeting? Don't waste people's time. I never realized this, but now that like I have the program, I hire a bunch of media buyers, a bunch of cold callers, and that is the number one thing that I hear people say. They're like, yeah, I'm tired. There's a bunch of people who, they pretend as if they have a successful agency. They want to hire me, and then they say, wait until I get a client, and I never hear from them again because they don't get a client. All right, that it ruins the whole community of people, of media buyers wanting to work with us being agency owners. Because of people like this who hire a media buyer before they even have any experience from running a business. Okay, even if you want to hire a media buyer from the get-go, wait, don't do it right away. Wait until you have meetings. Wait until you're like, okay, I can feel like I'm close, people are interested. Then start looking for media buyers. But if you haven't reached that point yet, just wait. You're not in a rush. It takes me a day to find a good media buyer to get them going on a new business. All right, you don't need weeks and weeks of preparation. So don't hire a media buyer, wait. And then, next mistake, they start doing outreach, all right? For the few that actually reach this point, they start doing outreach, which is very good. The only issue is that they do it for a couple of days because they give up and they reach out to maybe 20 businesses per day. This is one of the first questions I ask when someone wants to join a program. I'm like, all right, where are you with your business? Yeah, I start contacting a few businesses. I'm like, okay, great. How many just for fun? Yeah, I sent like 10 emails yesterday And today I'm like like 5 DMs, 10 DMs. I'm like, for sure you're not gonna like succeed. Like if you reach out to 10 people, 20 people, like no one's gonna buy your service 100%. Look, I made this the other video. Watch my last video. Okay, this video is very good. The key to success is volume. Volume times skill will equal your results. You guys have no skill because you're just starting out, which is normal. I had no skill when I started out as well. And you have no volume on top of that. Low volume times low skill equals not results. It's not going to happen. You need one or the other to carry you. Okay, if you're very good at selling, then you won't need much volume to get to clients. If you have no sales experience, which is most of you, you will need a bunch of volume. All right, so when you start your outreach, don't give up. Don't reach out to 10 businesses per day. I was cold calling maybe 100 to 150 businesses every single day. Because I understood, I'm like more volume I do, the more conversations I have, the higher likelihood of someone saying yes and working with me. It's not complicated. Like the more conversations you have, the higher like the chances of someone who's going to say yes to work with you. Now, how can you make those chances go up? Number one is having a good offer. Okay, offer some sort of guarantee, an actual good offer that's going to, make them like the less risk that they take into accepting your offer, the better it's going to be. Okay, my program is performance based. You don't have to pay anything to join. You only pay once I bring in the results. What's the risk in that? Tell me, what risk are you taking by joining the program? Nothing. Because it's free to join. If you don't like it, you just leave and that's it. And you pay, yes, you pay a lot, but you only pay once you get clients, once you make money. It's exactly like the marketing. It's like, yeah, you'll charge a lot, but you're making them a bunch of money in return. All right, so if you have a good offer, this whole volume thing is going to be very easy to do. But yeah, going back to what most people do is they do outreach for a couple of days. And a couple of days is normally email DMs because people are scared of being on the phone. And if you're doing cold, I'm not saying cold email or cold DM is not, like it's not good that you can make it with that method of outreach. Like it works very well, but the only issue is that you need a lot more volume with those types of outreach. Whereas phone calls, I can have 10 conversations with 10 potential people, and because I know I'm good at selling, convincing people over the phone, like by having a physical conversation, I know that for me personally, the likelihood of me booking a meeting would be a lot higher than me sending 10 DMs. All right, but no matter what method you use, you need volume. The most important thing, volume and consistency. You send out enough volume every day, eventually someone's going to say yes. But yeah, people do that, and then they wonder why they can't book a meeting. And then what do they assume? It's probably the bad niche. My niche is not good. Dentist is oversaturated. They don't want marketing services. I have to switch niche. So what do? They go back in this cycle of watching a bunch of YouTube videos. So my best niches for SMMA, they watch a bunch of videos. It's funny, my most viewed video is my top 5 niches. So I know this, what I'm saying is true. Because I have living proof in my own channel. It's funny, the video where I give you the exact step-by-step cold calling process into getting clients has maybe a couple of hundred views. But the one with niches, oh, that one has thousands of views. I wonder why. Alright? Don't fall in this trap. Okay, because look, you watch those videos, you're like, okay, I'll do this niche instead. And then you do the same thing. You research, you create a new website, a new logo, new socials around that niche. Free trial again, hire, maybe you already have a media bar, so that's okay. And then you start doing outreach, it doesn't work again, and boom, you restart from the start. Okay? So how do you avoid this mistake? Watch a couple of YouTube videos. I'm not against YouTube. Research your niche, find one, and stick with it. Don't do this. Okay, maybe just a website if you have free time. And when I say website, free Wix website that takes a day to make. Don't do free trials. Wait until you hire a media buyer. Start your outreach. Volume is key. The more you do, the better. Once you start getting people interested in your booking meetings and you feel like you're close, like you feel like, all right, that conversation, that person was actually really interested. I'm sure I can close them. Then start looking for a media buyer. You can contact them. You can say like, look, I'm just starting out, but I am booking meetings. And I have someone next week who's very interested in working with me. It's not a guarantee, but I would like to have someone on standby in case they said yes. All right, that's a lot better than just, yeah, I'm starting out, I didn't do any outreach yet, but please wait to work with me. Okay, that's stupid. You're wasting your time. Don't waste people's time. And yeah, if you stay consistent with the outreach, eventually you will book a meeting. And then afterward, you get paid. All right, very simple. So don't make this mistake. It's very common. This is what I do. I work with people who just start out in their whole marketing journey. So what I'm saying is completely true because I've seen it over and over. Everyone's doing this. Big mistake, all right? So yeah, that's gonna be all for today's video. I hope this was like a kick in the butt if you guys have been lazy and have been doing this whole cycle of wanting to switch niches every time and watching a bunch of YouTube videos. Pick a niche, stick with it, do a bunch of volume, enough volume that people will start saying yes, have a good offer. Once people start saying yes in the booking meetings, then you can look for a media buyer, close those meetings, and then you have the media buyer with your client, and boom, you're ready to get going. All right, it's not complicated. You just have to stay consistent and do volume, do enough outreach every single day, and eventually the results will be coming back.